What's going on, guys? Jaye Black here. Shout out to everyone that's on there. I want to talk about Good Morning America host TJ Holmes and his other co-host, Amy Robach, who got caught messing around. They've been messing around, I believe, since earlier in the year. Now, both of these individuals are married. He's married to this woman, and his co-host is married to someone else. She's actually was married to that guy. I believe he's an actor since 2010. But the reason why I'm focusing on TJ Holmes is because he actually had posted this 2 years ago. And he mentioned, and I'm going to get into what he said. He mentioned how she had a built-in black woman superpower. Only for him to go and get with this Caucasian woman. Now, listen, I'm not here to get into a black this or white that, but let's be real. The optics of this is not good. It isn't. But this is what happens, man. Married people do a lot of cheating. Especially couples that's been together for a while. You got men and women that work together, closely together, and they look very, very cozy on screen, and then only for you to find out that the reason why they're so cozy with each other is because they're behind the scenes having relations with each other while they have spouses at home. See, when you work closely with somebody like this every day, you talk to them, you're around them, connections may be made. They may be attracted to each other and they can't fight it anymore, right? That's why I tell y'all, man, marriages are useless when the people in them, they get around somebody that they are attracted to and they just can't help themselves. And now both of them have ran off social media. I don't know if they're still on Good Money, probably so, but they're getting a lot of heat. A lot of websites are writing about this because this is the type of thing that it happens, but it doesn't happen a lot to the point to where it's kind of normal, right? But it's just, it looks bad for both of them because they left both of their spouses. He left his wife and she left her husband. Now, I don't know if that means they're in a full-on relationship, but when people watch them on TV, they're basically watching a couple. You're not watching two people who are married, because marriage doesn't keep people from getting with other people or cheating. Because he left his wife to be with this woman. All right? That's how much he wanted to be with her. Is that he was willing to leave his wife to be with this woman. Maybe he realized that they were caught and the news was going to come out eventually. But this is why, you can't be, getting it in with your coworkers, because it could mess up your situation. Now, Good Morning America could keep them together or they could separate them. But ultimately, he chose this woman over his wife. Now, I don't know if him and his wife were having issues, but he did leave her to be with this woman. So let's get into this article from page 6. It says, Good Morning Affair. Good Morning America. Married Good Morning America co-anchors TJ Holmes and Amy Robach left their partners after an alleged months-long affair, page 6 has confirmed. A source claims to page 6 their romance began in March, around the time they were training together for the New York City half marathon. See, that's how it works, people. When you're not only working together, but you're working out together. That's why a lot of trainers end up sleeping with a lot of their female clients, because they're working these women out. They're, you know what I'm saying? And you get to really have those type of intimate conversations, and it leads you down this path. The pair who reportedly left their spouses in August were spotted canoodling in bars near ABC News back in May. So they wasn't even trying to hide it. A source claims, according to one staffer, the couple has gone to extreme lengths to hide their affair. They have a very cozy relationship on air, but that is what is expected. But they were very careful behind the scenes to keep their affair secret, the producers at GMA are shocked to hear they're having an affair. Reps for Holmes and Robach didn't immediately return page 6 requests for comment. All it took was for one blonde to get this man to leave his black woman. Oh man. Meanwhile, new photos obtained by the Daily Mail who broke the story show Robach and Holmes recently cozying up to each other, at one point even holding hands during various outings in upstate New York around the city. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, the Good Morning America 3 co-anchors went on a getaway to a remote cottage where Holmes was seen grabbing Robach's butt. As she leaned into the trunk of the car per the photos. Yo, this dude TJ Holmes, man. Maybe they didn't think nobody was watching. Everybody's watching, man. Everybody's watching. Insiders also told the Daily Mail that the ABC staff was buzzing about the intimacy between them while they were in England in June for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Robach, who's 49, has restricted comments on her Instagram as Eagle Eye fans noticed she not only ditched her wedding band, but she also stopped posting photos of her husband, Andrew Shue. Meanwhile, Holmes' Instagram appears to have been deactivated. Sources told DM that Robach and her husband, as well as Holmes and his wife, Marilee Fiebig, went their separate ways in August. Now, listen, if they were having an affair, they did not do themselves any favors. They didn't even try or attempt to hide it. You know, they it's almost like they didn't care, or they said to themselves, once we separate from them, then we're not gonna, we're just gonna do our thing. But when you're in television, it's different than when you work at a non-televised job, right? But when and I don't know how corporate America is with this, but when you work on television and you have a following, this is not going to be a good look. It really isn't. And is he going to marry this other woman? He leaves his wife, she leaves her husband. It's almost like they planned it. Was being with your wife that bad that you want to get with this other woman who's leaving her husband? Is that the type of woman that you want to be in a relationship with? That's what you got to ask yourself. Are you going to get married to this woman? Because again, the thing is, what this looks like is that your wife, you and your wife were not in a good place. And it looks like her husband are not in a good place. So you just hook up with each other. But they say they did everything they could behind the scenes to hide it. If they had just started messing around in March, they did a horrible job hiding it. If you're going to bars, cozying up to each other in May, no, you did not do anything to hide it. If anything, you wanted people to know. Maybe subconsciously they wanted people to know. They didn't leave their spouses until August. They made the situation even messier with their actions. Like if you don't want to be with somebody, don't be with them, right? But this was very sloppy. It really was. They could have just waited to leave their partners and then got together, but they just couldn't do it, right? Just had to get it in with each other. And now TJ Holmes may be in a fight for his financial life with his wife. Robach and Holmes have been close friends for years and have even gone out on double dates with their now seemingly former significant others, and also participated in the New York half marathon in March. What a perfect race day, beautiful weather, beautiful friends, and personal records for all five of us. Robach captioned a photo that included her, Shue, and Holmes. That post was for Holmes. Let me tell y'all something, man. Women are very sneaky, man. Women will post they will post themselves with men that they're low-key having relations with. You may not know it, but that's their side dude. You may not know it, but that's their friend with benefits. Women love doing that type of thing, putting certain things out here where only she knows what this person is to them, right? And the fact that they're both getting, publicly embarrassed to where they're getting run off social media, I think it has a lot to do with the optics of everything. Let's get into this post right here. Now, he posted this about 2 years ago to his wife, TJ Holmes. This particular decade challenge is a little late, but 10 years ago, Marilee Fiebig married me, and despite my best efforts, she remained married to me the past 10 years. That's a very odd thing to say, that despite your best efforts, she remained married to you. Does that mean that you were just going out of your way to not be faithful in the marriage? That's not hyperbole. I'm not being dramatic. I gave her plenty of reasons, excuses, and opportunities to walk her fine ass out the door. So he, he's been, I believe he's probably always been messing around with this woman. I'm just being honest. I think he's always messing around on her. But instead, with her built-in black woman superpower, she showed a grace and patience that incomprehensible. Asking her for another 10 years would be asking too much. Another 10 months? That may even be a stretch. If she gave me another 10 weeks, I should consider myself lucky. If she puts up with me another 10 days, I'd be grateful. But if she would even spare another 10 minutes of her time for me today, I would consider myself blessed. This is Marilee Fiebig Holmes, y'all. And I, TJ Holmes, do solemnly swear that I was her. He wrote this in March 1st of 2020. When you look at this has a whole lot of, I wish she'd just go away, right? I don't want to be with her anymore. That's what this tells me. This tells me this is a guy that was probably looking for a way out for a while now. People don't just leave a marriage out of nowhere. This has been something that's been on his mind for years. And Amy Robach was his shoulder to cry on. I think he was always looking for a way out of this marriage, unfortunately, for a woman that actually cared about TJ. But TJ didn't care about that. TJ wanted this blonde, and he was willing to embarrass himself to do it. He could end up losing that gig or be reassigned over this. Now, maybe it won't happen, but I mean, you have these two on air when everybody know what's going on with them, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how they do it. You're basically gonna have a couple co-hosting with each other. Are they gonna reassign them, or are they gonna keep them there? But let me say in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.